Hey everybody, welcome back to the American Dream channel. So I got a story today. I think it's a motivational one. I heard this about 2 years ago. When I heard this story, my first thought was, this guy is absolutely amazing. This is absolutely an amazing story. So I'm going to get into it real quick. First, I want to say, if there's anybody out there, or if anybody viewing this knows anybody out there suffering from mental health issues, alcoholism, drug addiction, listen to me real careful. Listen to me. If you know anybody out there, if you're suffering from it, don't be afraid to ask for help. Reach out, ask for help. There's always people out there willing to help you. Most of the time, 9 times out of 10, it's somebody that's been where you're at, been in your situation, and been able to fight their way out of it. Now, I understand that it's really hard for people that have never been there in any situation, whatever it is. It doesn't have to be any of those 3 things I mentioned. It could be other things in life. If you've never walked a mile, 2 miles, 5, 10 miles in somebody else's shoes, it's very difficult to understand what they're going through, understand what they're thinking, and understand why they're doing the things they do. I get that. I understand that. But I really think that those 3 things that I mentioned are diseases. I really do. I truly believe that. I will absolutely argue with anybody who says otherwise. I will absolutely argue. Because the things that it makes people do, it's easy for somebody to say, stop being weak, stop being afraid to do something, get up, get out, stop being lazy, all these things. It's easy to tell people that. And maybe you are a very strong-minded person, and that's great. I know there's a lot of strong people out there, but I also know those people that feel helpless and alone, like they can't do anything. I know they're strong as well. They just got to find that inner strength. That's the hardest part, but that's being human. So again, I want to tell a quick story about a gentleman, okay? This gentleman, Kahlil Rafati, this guy is absolutely amazing. This touched me. So real quick, this guy, when he was young, in and out of trouble, vandalism, truancy, stuff like that. Just a little, I'm not going to say things that every kid does, but those kids that like to push the boundaries and test the waters, that's the kind of stuff he did. He was in trouble. He went to juvenile hall. When he was 21 years old, this was in 1992, he actually moved out to Los Angeles, California. He wanted to pursue an acting career. Now, I can relate to that, but I won't go down that rabbit hole yet. But as far as the dream of being an actor, being on the big screen, being in these big movies, I can relate to that, but we'll tell that story another time. I got a good one on that one. But anyway, back to Kahlil. So Kahlil moved out to Los Angeles, 1992, wanted to be an actor. Now, it was not long after that, after he arrived, that he was living down in the Skid Row area of Los Angeles. Now, I've been to Los Angeles numerous times. I've drove through Skid Row. I've seen what it's all about. I've seen documentaries. I've seen other people's stories. I've seen people's stories that are in there. They're living in it. It's part of their life. I've seen people that have made it out of there. Kahlil's a story of somebody that made it out of there. So he was living in Skid Row, sleeping on a cardboard box with syringes next to him, used, dirty, probably been used multiple times, waking up, just absolutely disgusting, feeling horrible, trying to figure out how to get his next fix. So his drug of choice was heroin. I'll tell you one thing about heroin, man. This is the thing about that. It'll get you real quick if you cross the line with it. All drugs are bad, and all drugs have their way of getting you in different ways. Ways they'll control you. Ways they'll tear you away from your family, your loved ones, your life in general. They'll tear you away from it. Absolutely tear you away completely. But his drug of choice was heroin. So he overdosed 9 times. 9 times Kahlil overdosed. So in an interview, he said his 9th overdose, when he woke up in the hospital, it wasn't his first wake-up call, but it was his most recent wake-up call. So this wake-up call, he said, enough's enough. I got to do something. So he did take the first couple steps. He got into a rehab center. He was working odd jobs in a rehab center, doing landscaping, washing cars, little things to help. Anything he could do to help around there, to keep his mind occupied. Okay? So he's doing his odd jobs. He's working. He actually ran into a friend from Ohio. When he ran into this friend, in an interview, he says he's somewhat of a hippie who started getting him into things that he'd never been into before. He didn't know much about. These superfoods, these organic foods, things that I got to say there's a large amount of people in this world that are into those kind of things now. these superfoods, organic foods. So his buddy got him into it, I should say. Sorry. So his buddy got him into it. And as he's in the rehab center, he's saving up money. Now, he opened his own rehab center. Now, real quickly, I dig deep into his story. I didn't really get the details on how he was able to open it. I'm sure it's out there. I wasn't able to find it. But I do know one thing. Once he got it open, it was the Riviera Rehabilitation Center. He opened it up, and he was charging people in need of help, $10,000 to stay there to recover. And they were paying it, $10,000 a person. I mean, I'll tell you right now, if you're in that position to where you just want the help, if you got the means, if you got something that somebody's offering to give it to you for, hey, come here. We're offering help. We're here to treat you. Do you have this? Do you have the means? And if the people have the means and they really want help, they're going to cash it in. So it wasn't long after that. $10,000 a person in this rehab center. So he saved up that money. When he did, thanks to his friend, bring a new light to his life, introducing him into something new, something he knew nothing about. Okay? He opened up his first juice bar, Sun Life Juice Bar, or Sun Life Organics, I should say, but it was a juice bar. Sun Life Organics, he opened it up. When he was in the rehab center, the thing that actually got him thinking about this, got the wheels turning, was he was making these juices for the people that were there for recovery. He was making it. He had one, it was a special. He called it the Wolverine. Now, the Wolverine was a mix of banana, maca powder, pollen, and royal jelly. People loved it. But the reason he said, no, maybe this juice bar is a good idea is because there was people outside of the recovery center calling in for orders of this juice. They loved it. I think he was in the perfect market. He was in California. But, you know, as it stands today, he's got over 20 locations open up. They're not all in California. Some of them are not even in this country. They're overseas. So I can say Kahlil's doing awesome. He's doing great for himself. He flies around on a private jet, his private jet that he worked hard for. He earned it. He earned it. You can earn it too. I can earn it too. We can earn it too. We can do it. What do we want? I know what I want, and I've made it very clear. I love this platform. I think it's a great opportunity. I want to succeed on this platform. I will succeed on YouTube. I need your support and I want your support, but I'll earn it in due time. But those of you watching, you got something you want to do. You've got something you're great at. You've got something you want to go for. You might be a little afraid. Might be a little hesitant. You're probably procrastinating. Stop. Stop. Don't be afraid. Do something. Go for something. Be something. Be somebody. You can do it. I believe in you. Here at the American Dream Channel, I believe in you. You watching this video, you can do it. Whatever you want. Be like Kahlil. Again, be like Kahlil. Not necessarily like him, his journey, what he did. Be like him and say, I am going to get out of this rut. I'm going to fight out of this hole. I'm going up and nowhere else but up. Be that. Let's be it together. Again, like and subscribe. American Dream Channel. Remember, everybody, dream big. Let's go.